What's up guys? I'm redoing a small clip because I did film this at the beginning, but I'm not using my camera yet, and I'm using a lens, a micro lens that's like kind of getting right up to my face, and I didn't know that you couldn't really see me, so I'm gonna redo this clip. And yeah, this is the video of my Broadway Limited Norfolk and Western Class A. So this video is not throw off anybody who's wanting this engine. I just thought I'd give a small quick review of the engine. So in the beginning of this video, it may sound a little bit different than what you're watching just now because I have to redo the very beginning. So yeah. Anyways, I will say this when I point out the small details, you will see me struggling to open a cab window, and that is because I tried to use a paintbrush. It didn't do any good. So I'm going to show you that right now before this video starts. Right, you're going to have to forgive me because I have tweezers in one hand and the camera with the other, so if I can show it without my hand being in the way. There you go, I think you can just see that it's slightly moved. So yeah, you will see me struggle to open that later on in this video. Alright, so let's get right into this video. So here it is, the old girl herself, the Broadway Limited Norfolk and Western Class A. Of course, it has to be 1218 because that is the lone survivor of the class. Now, I don't know too much history about these guys, so I'm not going to be pointing out the history, but I did know that they were used for dragging really long coal trains, I believe. And I don't know how many of them were built in total, so I do apologize for that. But I did hear they were built in the Juniata shops in Roanoke, Virginia, so that is one fascinating subject to learn about that. So from looking at this point of view, this model is spectacular. It's really a lovely looking model. It's in the glossy finish that Broadway Limited give it. I believe this is a museum gloss, and there's the box right here, so I don't have to get it out entirely. There you go, put the camera on its side so you can read that. And there we go. But yeah, like I said, this is a glossy finish. It's the museum finish is what it's called. The model features a swinging bell. Let's see if I can pull this off. Yep. Don't know how you can see that. Yeah, you can't see it too well. Right, I can't do zooms very much, but if you can see it, here's the bell. I might have to get a much powerful macro lens to do that. So there's the bell, you just saw it swivel, and it's got some air intakes for the crew. Look at that, how cool is that? Still have to play around with this camera. But yeah. So that is some good features that this model has. It's got a brass whistle, some safety valves, which is really good, and the front of it looks really good. It's got a working headlight. Sorry if you can't see it too well due to the light, but yeah, I think it's got a front coupling swing from the plow there, but don't know how to do that, and I kind of don't want to mess with it before I break it. And also it's got some sliding windows. Still can't zoom in. But yeah, and getting it in focus is a pain. Yeah, alright, apparently I have to stop recording to zoom in, but oh well, I'll take it if I can do it. I don't think I can, hang on. Right, I don't want to use tweezers to scratch the window, but if I can get them to open. This is a stupid idea. Great, let's try it with. I do apologize if everything's getting blurry. Still not used to this camera. Anyway, if I can get the windows open, I'll put a clip in at some point. But yeah, so just take my word for it. So that is all the good features that this model has. Now, as far as I know, now we can get on to the cons, and I'm pretty sure so many of you may know where this is going. So let's point out those cons right away. And the first one I can point out, obviously, you guys have seen it in my previous videos. Don't know if I can zoom in. Keep forgetting that. You guys can see right here that the funnel has warped a little bit. That is a major issue I have with this thing. One of the major issues. I've read that these guys are prone to doing that. The element inside here can get so hot once you fill it with smoke, and it apparently warps this thing. The body is made of die-cast, which is really good. However, I feel like it's made of some sort of soft die-cast. I'm pretty sure someone will definitely let me know in the comments. But yeah, that is one criticism I have with this thing, is because of that. And another thing is the front set of drivers right here. Although this thing does perform very good, but I would recommend you watch out, because once this thing is up and running, it might run into like a gap in the track. It might depend on how big it is, although I can't really prove that. However, once it goes over there, this thing can derail slightly. That is because this front set of drivers is not weighty enough. I mean, there's literally not enough weight to hold this thing down. I mean, it legit wobbles. I will show you a clip of it running in a minute, but yeah. And there's also another flaw with this thing, and even though this is pretty much in almost every Broadway Limited model I can think of, if not all of them, and I'm going to point to the wheels again, the axles are not blackened or painted over or whatever. You will see this on pretty much all of their models, like I said. Why do they do that? I don't know, but in order for a locomotive to be realistic, you pretty much got to have those painted out, wouldn't you? You know, these center axles right here. Yeah, that's some of the cons that this thing has. Broadway Limited, they may feel like a cheap company, but at least they do make some decent models, and probably the rest of their models I heard can be trash. Although, when this thing comes to performance, it's not too bad. So let's get right into that. Now, when it comes to running, this thing literally is not that bad. Although, I can pretty much... the sound demo is really good. This thing does have really good sound. I am not going to put smoke in it like what I mentioned on the earlier. So let's bring it up. I have it on default address 6. And as you can see, it makes really good sound. And turn on the light. There we go, that's the light. It's a bright LED in there, so yeah, it's really bright. Here's the bell. Listen for that. And when the bell ends, it sounds really cool. Here's the whistle. That's a really good whistle. And I think 3 is a coupling clank. There's a lot of these features that this engine has, although I don't know if my Bachmann controller can do all that, so I'll just leave it to the bell and whistle. But yeah, as for slow running, I think I might mute this just to shut it up. The light brightens, and as you can see, the slow speed isn't too bad, and I guess that's as slow as I can get it on a Bachmann controller. I'm pretty sure a much better DCC controller can do much better than this, but for right now I have that Bachmann Easy Command, which is probably not ideal, but it does a job really good. Here it is in reverse. But yeah, it's pretty smooth. At least it's a smooth engine. At least. So yeah, that is the the Broadway Limited Class A. I'm not trying to say, you know, don't buy this thing. I mean, if you want to buy it, go right ahead. For what I paid for this, I paid, I believe, $500 for this thing. So yeah, these things aren't pretty cheap. but this is my Paragon 3 Rolling Thunder version. Like I said, it is a really good model. It really is good. It's still got its pros and cons. Maybe grabbing a earlier version may be recommended, though I'm not really sure. The Paragon 3 model is still a pretty good model nonetheless. So yeah, anyways, let's bring this into a running action, and you will definitely see what I mean about this front set of drivers jumping a lot. So let's do that. So there you go. There is what I think about the Broadway Limited Class A. This is a, like I said, this is a Paragon 3 Rolling Thunder model. So if you do wish to get one, then go for it. If you really love this model, I do love this model a lot. I just wish that they can make it more, you know, to where it's more reliable and all that stuff, rather than having your funnel warped if you put smoke in it, and paint out the axles, which they pretty much never do, and make the front driving wheels more weighted properly. I'm pretty sure there are some of you out there that will point out more cons than what I did. This is not to pull you off of this model, I hope it doesn't. But this is just how I think they should improve, if that makes any sense. I know I said something else earlier, but that's how I feel like I see it. But yeah, it's still a great model nonetheless. If you want it, go ahead and grab it, but I do kind of recommend the earlier models. Maybe, I don't know, I don't have any experiences with the earlier models. This is a more later one, it just came out last year, but I absolutely love this thing to death. I really do, I run this thing a lot. Like I said, I just wish they can improve it more. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care everybody. Happy railroading.